Hey guys, it's Aislinn, and in today's video, we're going to be doing some really cool hair. I'm dyeing my hair today. I got this great canvas, so we're going to do some pastels. Finally, I have been waiting and waiting and waiting. It's time to do some freaking awesome pastel rainbow vibes. I asked you guys on Instagram to tag me in some photos that you would want to see me create, some pastel hair dyeing photos. You guys tagged me in so many amazing pastel hair colors. So basically, you guys chose this hair, and I'm so thankful. As soon as I saw this one, I was over the moon excited. I knew I had to have this hair color on my hair. So let me show you what we're doing today. Let me put up the picture on screen. Let me show you the original artist, the original creator of this hair. Let me mention the people who tagged me in this picture. 2 of you guys tagged me, and I just fell in love with this hair, and I knew it was perfect. Okay, so this is the photo we're gonna be doing today, and the artist is Douglas Reed Hair on Instagram. Their link will be in the description of this video. Of course, make sure to check them out because they came up with this idea. I'm just trying to recreate it. They're the master, I am the copier. So we're going to be trying to do this hair today. I fell in love with it because it is rainbow, but it also is different. Like, there's not any orange, it's not neon, it's almost like Galaxy Alien because there's not orange in it. I'm in love with this. I love the like silvery gray all over, and just the pops of the prismatic pieces are amazing. So the 2 people to tag me in this are Sinners on Instagram, SYNNERS. I'll put the screenshot on the screen here. They tagged me, and then also Sinisovia or Sinisofia, something along those lines, also tagged me. So thank you to you 2 for tagging me and showing me this amazing hair. We're gonna try and recreate it today. I do have a picture of what the hair looks like when it was processing, so I have a pretty good idea of the placement that was used here. As far as colors go, I have no idea what formulation they used. I do know it was Pulp Riot colors. I didn't use Pulp Riot today. I'm trying to use up a lot of the other color I have, so I mostly used Kiss colors and Splat Naturals. So that's what I used today for the most part. I've already mixed up my colors here today, so let me show you what we're working with. This is my silvery gray color I've come up with. It's beautiful, and I got this shade by mixing a whole tube of Platinum by Eero. I mixed in some Mystic Silver from Kiss, Temptation, a little bit of Gunmetal Gray, a little bit of Platinum, and then I added just a splash of Silver Lining from Lunar Tides in there. I do have coupon codes with some of these companies. I'll leave a link to that in the description down below in case you want to shop around for some hair color. I basically just mixed until I saw the desired tone and type of gray silver I was going for. I want to make sure it has a neutral or purple undertone and not a heavy blue undertone because I don't want my hair to fade blue or green. I'd rather it be more purple and fade like to a lavender shade, or even be like purpley silver. Much rather have that than be stuck with green or blue hair when you're trying to go gray and silver. Here are the other colors that I came up with. I really randomly mixed a lot of different colors and just kept swatching and seeing what tones they were. I struggle with pastels a lot. Like, it's one of the hardest hair colors to do because when you're mixing it, you can't tell if it's light enough or if it's too dark. Like, I really don't know how it's gonna look until I rinse the hair. I have a hard time mixing up pastels. So I've created all these different pastels, and I did swatch everything for you guys. Here are all the swatches. I'm pretty sure the client whose hair they were doing already had that silvery gray shade, and they just added in those pops of prismatic color. So they put the color on top of an existing silver canvas, which makes them more muted and not so bright, which I love that look. I've never done something like that when it comes to pastels, when they're all like smoked out and not like, you know, a vibrant pastel. So that's what I'm going for. To try and recreate that smoky vibe, I took some of my silver and I added a dollop of the silver into each one of these shades, so that way it smokes them out a little bit more. I love this color palette though. Never done something like this. I normally do all rainbow, but there's not orange in this, and it's more of a mint instead of green, so I'm hoping it turns out good. I am applying this on my pre-existing hair. We do have a little bit of pink left over, in my hair from, you know, Iro, the cursed neon pink. And then my ends do have a tiny bit of a bluish hint to them from when I dyed my hair blue and teal. It's totally fine. I'm not worried about it. I'm pretty sure the artist put these colors over a smoky base anyway, so I'm hoping that helps add to the color. My hair is kind of smoky. It's not like super yellow. It's more of a dulled down platinum. As far as the pink goes in my hair, we're gonna have to see what this does. Honestly, I'm not too worried about it. Even if a little bit of the pink shows through the silver gray and it's more of like a pinky silver gray at the root, I still think it's gonna look good, honestly, no matter what we do. So let's take down my hair and I can show you guys a little bit further. Okay, so here is my hair. It's pretty faded. It's more of like a peachy pink. It's not too vibrant, at least on top. It's not that neon. When I crack it open down here, it's a little bit more vibrant, but I think it's gonna be okay. I tried to match my makeup to the vibe of the hair we're doing. I went live and hung out with you guys, and you guys helped me decide on my lip color and hung out with me while I did my makeup. I'll leave a link to that live up here in case you want to watch the process of me doing my makeup and you can see exactly what I used to create this look. And lastly, I am a little bit sick. I have a little bit of a head cold, so my voice might sound a little bit more raspy than it normally does. I'm sorry about that. I'm on day 7 of this chest congestion head situation, so I'm getting better day by day and my voice is almost completely back to normal. So it looks like they took a diamond pattern on the top of the head. This is probably going to be a little bit more difficult to do on myself without help. My brother's home, so I might have to have him help me with some of this. You know, Prismatic is really hard to do on yourself, especially when you're doing panels that are all the way back here. So let's try and section this off. Please pause while I create this diamond section. I'll be right back once I get it all sectioned off. Okay, we're back. I've done the best I could. I assure you, I have really tried here. This is what we're working with, okay? Diamond action, I think.
Can I take a look?
That's a diamond if I've ever seen one.
Look back.
What do you mean, like this?
This way. Do you have this thing? Oh, it stabbed me. You did pretty good.
Thanks, it's really difficult.
Your corners are off a little bit. But
it's okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's much better. Thank you.
Yep. Here you go.
Okay. All of that is going to be silver and it's going to cascade over the prismatic pieces. So it looks like there's quite a thick section. It's not just one panel of prismatic. It's like a thicker, like 1.5 inch section. And we're going to do 4 sections. A section here, a section here, a section here, and a section here. So I need to go ahead and section each of these off around like 1 inch, I would say. This is a really, really cool technique. I've seen Guy Tang do something similar to this before. I've got my diamond on top, my 4 prismatic areas. Now we have all of that out of the way. We can dye this underneath section. Let me put on my cape and we'll start the coloring process. I'm just gonna start by applying it up here at this root area. All right, I'm gonna apply this all over here. We've got a lovely assistant today. I wanna at least make sure that I get this applied at the root area where that pink is. I'm probably gonna have to remix up some silver dye because I dropped half of it on the ground. So I'm sure I'm gonna have to remix at some point here, but I wanna at least try and get this pink shade covered up. In that picture I have of the color processing, it looks like they applied the rainbow panels first and then went in and applied the gray silver all over, which also would work. When I'm doing it on myself, it's a little bit easier if I just apply these areas first, pin them out of the way, and work from the bottom up. When you're doing the hair on someone else, it's a lot easier to like section everything out really well and make sure you're not gonna get the gray on this part, you know, because you have total control and you can see the back of the head. For me, it's really difficult. I can't really see what I'm doing as well. So I like to just work from the bottom up and get things out of the way. Makes the rest of the process easier. I'm just working the color in and kind of mushing it in with my fingers to saturate my scalp area. Now I'm just gonna apply the gray on my ends. It is going to be difficult to try and recreate this exact silver shade because I used mostly Eero Platinum and I don't have any more of that. So I'm gonna have to try and get as close as I possibly can. So I'm out. Let me try and mix up something similar. I've come up with a shade similar. It's a little bit darker than the other one, but they're pretty similar. So I'm just gonna resaturate what I've already done and try and blend the two colors together. So that way there's not like a huge color difference between my roots and my ends. Now I'm just gonna twist this hair and I'm gonna pin it at the nape of my neck so that way it's not gonna get in my way when I do this process. Now it's time for the hard part, which is all of these prismatic pieces. I have my Framar ethereal foils to match the vibes we're doing today. And I think I'm gonna start in the back just because it's always the hardest. I'm gonna take a foil and apply it along my hairline to try and prevent this from bleeding on here. So we're gonna start the same exact colors that they did. So it's gonna be teal, blue, purple, pink, yellow, teal, blue, purple, pink, yellow. I can already tell my dyes are a lot runnier than theirs are, which does make this process more difficult, but that's okay. Like I said, I really struggle mixing up pastels to the right level. So I'm hoping that I did okay and this actually shows up on my hair. Already mine is looking quite a bit different than theirs. But I'm really giving this my best effort here. Mine's gonna be more ombre, less prismatic, but you know what, I'm trying. I'm gonna go through and apply the teal and all the colors in the same places where they were before. So that way I keep the same color pattern as the hair underneath of this. So now when I pick up the next color, I apply it all the way down the section at the same time. This saves a lot of time versus going in, applying it here, doing all the colors, and then picking back up the brush. If you just go back in while you have that same color and apply it all down the hair strand, it definitely saves some time. For some reason, I feel like this is not going to work, love. I think I'm just gonna make the purple a little bit darker because right now I don't think it's gonna show up. I'd rather mess with the colors now while I'm ahead than to wish I would have changed the colors once I'm almost done. I've only done 2 little strands, so if I need to make them darker, I'd much rather do it now while I still can. I also need to make the pink darker, I think. Yes, this purple is good now. Definitely good. I think I might just darken all the colors real quick. I made the blue, the purple, and the pink darker. I'm gonna go ahead and make the yellow darker. Here's the new yellow. Definitely better than it was, for sure. The mint is the only color that I didn't change, and it definitely would be easier if it was thicker, but I don't want to change it too much. That's what I've learned. If you're gonna do this, use thicker dyes. It will save your life. It will help you so much. I mean, this section definitely is looking better than the other ones. I'm way happier with this section than the ones underneath of it. I'm like going cross-eyed from staring sideways for so long. All right, we're gonna do this front section so that way my eyes can readjust. I'm just gonna split this one in half because it is a little bit thinner. This is much, much easier to do around my face. I can't even tell you guys how much easier this is. I can see what I'm doing. I can apply pressure. I can hold my hair in place. Purple is a little too vibrant, but we're just gonna leave it. So basically we're following rainbow order. We're just skipping the orange. Okay, there's the first foil. I'm gonna bring down this section directly over the top and smush them together. Okay, this piece definitely went a lot better than the other one. And now that we have the colors already laid down, I'm able to start at the bottom so that way the hair doesn't move while I'm trying to work with it. Honestly, I'm feeling pretty confident about this side. I'm a little worried about what the other side's gonna look like. This side definitely looks a hell of a lot better though, and I feel like this looks pretty similar to the picture on this side. Okay, here's the second section. This is going so much better than this side. I feel like this side's gonna look like garbage. And again, I'm just gonna press this down and smush it on top of all the other hair. It makes the process so much easier. And again, I'm just gonna start from the bottom here. I'm just gonna continue this. I'm gonna finish it up. So I'm gonna focus on this, and I'll see you guys when I'm done and I'm ready for this top section. All right, I just have to apply the gray to this top section right here. Just outlining this top section with the gray, and then we'll fill it in. You're definitely gonna be able to see some of these pink through there, but I think it'll be okay. It'll just give it like smoky vibes maybe. Same thing with the underlayer. I'm applying it all over at my root area first, and then I'll work it into my ends. So curious to see what this is gonna look like when I rinse it. I'm literally dying to know if this is gonna turn out good or not. Especially the gray color. I have no idea if this is gonna be silver, gray, blue, purple. I have no idea. Your guess is as good as mine is. This is looking very bluish, not so gray. It's looking kind of blue, but that's all right. We're just gonna have to see what happens. Okay, everything is applied. So we're gonna let this sit for around 30 minutes to an hour, probably closer to the 30-minute line because this is supposed to be pastel. I don't want it to take too dark. So I'm going to rinse using cold water. I'm gonna rinse the underside, then the halo, then the gray on top, one section at a time, using really cold water. That's the key. If you don't want your hair color to bleed, use really cold water. So I'm gonna let this process, and I'll be back to show you the finished results in a little bit. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, you guys, I freaking pulled it off. I did the dang thing. This turned out so much better than I could have ever imagined. I really didn't know how the gray was gonna turn out. I didn't know if the colors were gonna show up, and I love every single aspect of this right now. Like, I cannot believe I did this. Let me turn around and show you what the back looks like. I mean, this turned out so good. Now, I would change a couple things if I were to redo this. I would make the pink darker and I would make the purple less blue. If I pull this apart, you can kind of see the pink, but this purple looks more blue, which honestly is fine. This is like a mermaid just came swimming out of the ocean. Like, that's what this hair reminds me of. The gray silver is more blue toned, and it just complements all of these different colors really well. I'm actually really glad that the gray came out more blue instead of purple, because it just goes along better with all of these hollow prismatic pieces. They're beautiful. I thought that they were going to be too vibrant. They are not. So if I were to redo this, I would make the pink a little brighter and make the purple less blue and more neutral. Overall, this is beautiful. I love the little pops of halo. Also around my face, like, look at this. As soon as I pull this back, you guys can see the peaks of the prismatic color. I mean, it's so good. It's so good. I'm just like really happy with my hair right now. I just wasn't expecting it to be this good. It doesn't look exactly like the picture by any means, but I mean, I think I did pretty close. Like, I did a good job for doing it by myself and working with what I had and not knowing formulations and stuff like that. It still looks so cool, especially from the back. I grabbed a handheld mirror and I looked at what the back of my head looks like, and I love those peaks of color popping through. Like, and also this technique wasn't that difficult to do. Like, it looks like this would be really difficult to do with all these different pops of color through here, but it's not that difficult. Once you have the sectioning done, it's pretty smooth sailing from there. Definitely would be easier if you had someone to help you. I'm gonna put this into 2 space buns and see what it looks like, because I want to see what it looks like styled half up with these pieces. So let me style my hair real quick. Here's what it looks like up with 2 pigtails. This is so cool. I don't know, I feel like a space alien, like a mermaid from space. Like, these colors, oh my god, you guys, this hair is pretty cool. Holy crap, this hair is so cool. I love the pops, and you can customize this hair however you want. Like, by wearing it up like this, you're gonna expose more of those prismatic pieces versus wearing it down. They're gonna be covered a little bit more. Also, the fade out on this hair is going to be beautiful. I mean, I cannot believe I accomplished this on myself. Thank you again to the 2 people on Instagram who tagged me in this photo and suggested this hair. I'm in love, and I'm so thankful that you guys showed it to me because it's one of my favorites. I mean, it's so cute. I literally can't. I feel so aquatic, and I've never done something like this. Like, this is a lot different than anything I've done in the past. Like, the color scheme's different, the placement is something new, so it's just a new hair color all around, and it goes so well with my makeup. Like, I am just loving how this turned out. I didn't have any issues rinsing. I actually wound up rinsing all of it at once. I didn't rinse it in sections. I just went full send and rinsed all of it together, and I didn't have any problems with bleeding or anything like that. It rinsed out really well. I'm in love with this hair. Let me know what you guys think. Do you love it? Is it everything you dreamed of? And did I do a decent job? Like, I feel like I did a pretty decent job for my first time trying something like this at home. That is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out my Instagram. I post way more of my everyday life on there, and you would have seen this hair as it was happening if you followed my Instagram. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I love you guys so much, and until next time, guys, stay weird.